Hey guys, today we're going to solve Leetcode number 165, compare version numbers. So we're given two version numbers and we need to compare them and return -1 if version 1 is less than version 2. And return 1 if version 1 is greater than version 2. And otherwise, if they are equal, we need to return 0. And for this one, you really need to go through the examples to understand, because, for example, here is the first edge case. So if you have leading zeros, you can not care about those, but obviously you need to care about the trailing zeros, right? Because like here, this is equivalent to 1 and this is equivalent to 1, so these two version strings are equal. But if you had like a 0 after this would be 1.10, so that would be greater than 1.1. And the other edge case is when you have maybe one of the two versions is longer than the other. So for example, here you can see I have a lot of more revisions than this second string. Well, in that case, you can assume like you can pad this the smallest version with just zeros. Okay, so those are the two edge cases. So yeah, now we're just going to go and jump into the code. So what we're going to do is we're going to split the versions by the points so that we have the revisions, right? So we would have 1, 0, 1, and here we would have 1 and 0, 0, 1. So we do that for the second version as well. And then we want to check which one is the greatest. So the longest is the maximum between their lengths. And so this will tell us how much we have to loop in a for loop. So we're going to use a for loop to check all of the single revisions that we have in these arrays. So we do a for loop up to the longest of these two. And now we take the revision of the first version and the current revision of the second version. And we cast that to an integer by using the plus operator. So what this does is it removes the leading zeros because we don't want those. And if we don't have a current, like if this index is out of bounds, because we're going to the longest, so we might be out of bounds, then we substitute it with a 0, right? So that's the second edge case that I was talking about. And now we do the same thing for the second version number. Okay, so we cast it to an integer, and if it was out of bounds, we take a 0 instead. Okay, so now we just need to check if one of the two is greater than the other, and if yes, return the appropriate result. And if we never find any revision number that is greater or smaller than the other, then we just return 0 at the end. So yeah, this is the first check. Check if the current is less than the current second, and if so, return -1, because then the first version is less than the second version, and vice versa. If it is greater, return +1. And if these never happen, then we're going to return 0 because the two version strings are equal. So I'll submit it to show you that it works. And so that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and bye.